I love building in pretty much any game that lets me design and decorate, not just The Sims. Today, we're jumping into Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I'm taking you through the first 5 builds in my designer showroom. We've got Leif's greenhouse, Bohemian Bliss, Harriet's wig shop, Saharah's desert oasis, and a place to tell my story. And I'm not touring them in any particular order. First up is Leif's greenhouse, where our favorite nature-loving sloth grows all the flowers, shrubs, and produce he sells during his random island visits and every day on Harvey's island. For his home design, I built a 2-story layout in the summer season. When we first arrive, you'll see his produce garden on the left and his flower garden just across the bridge. I love the idea of his home being tucked away inside a bamboo forest. I don't have a green thumb like Leif, but if I did, this would be my dream spot to hang out. Inside, you step into an atmospheric greenhouse filled with common nature sounds, butterflies, and the constant flow of running water. I muted the audio for this video, but it's definitely worth visiting to hear it for yourself. Looking around the room, I filled the space with everything I thought Leif would need to keep his business thriving. Upstairs, I gave Leif a common space where he can put his feet up at the end of the day. The butterflies and nature sounds continue up here too, making the room feel like the outdoors brought inside. He's never far away from his beloved plants. On one side, there's a small sleeping area, and on the other side, a bathroom that opens onto a tiny courtyard patio. He also has a kitchen so he can refuel and get ready for the next day. That wraps up the tour of Leif's vacation home. Let's move on. Next up is Harvey's Bohemian Bliss vacation home, another 2-story build set in the summer season. Harv already has his own island, but I figured he could use a place to escape and recharge after a long day of taking photos at Photopia. For his exterior, I chose a lot with 3 levels. On the first tier, he has his recycling area. The second tier holds a few small greenhouses and a spot to store his bike. And at the very top, Harv has his own apple tree and plenty of gardening space to keep up a healthy lifestyle, if that's his thing. I have a feeling it is. Harv's interior is one of my favorites. He has everything you expect in a home, a bathroom, a living space, and a kitchen, but the real highlight is the back area. I designed it to feel like an outdoor patio complete with trees, a pet bird to love on, and plenty of greenery. I chose calm music for Harv's space, and just like in Leif's home, I added movement with the special butterfly polish effect. Upstairs, I wanted a natural, calm, zen vibe, so I added incense, bamboo walls, and the illusion of a window along the back wall. He can spend his evenings up here meditating or doing whatever else Harv enjoys. And that wraps up the tour of Harv's Bohemian Bliss home. Let's see what's next. The third vacation spot on our tour is Eugene's A Place to Tell My Story. There were a few different directions I could have taken with this build, but I went with a late night talk show theme. Eugene's home is a single-story layout, and just like the others we've seen so far, I set it in the summer season. The exterior is simple, a couple of parking spaces and a pool. The lot already comes with a waterfall and a small lake, so I didn't feel the need to add much more. Inside, there's seating for a small studio audience, and I used a gyroid to act as the late-night show producer. Off to the side of the stage, there's a spot for catered meals and snacks, and of course, no talk show set is complete without a live studio band. The gyroids are perfect for that too. The highlight of the build is the picture window behind the set, which gives a beautiful view of a city at night. So that's Eugene's A Place to Tell My Story. Let's see the next vacation home. Here we are at Harriet's wig shop. Harriet's place has 2 stories. The shop and the beauty salon are downstairs and her living space is upstairs. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. I designed the exterior to feel like a little shopping center. At the bottom of the stairs, there's a bus stop and some vending machines. At the top, there's a fountain and a few spots to relax after a long day of shopping. Animal Crossing residents can step inside to her checkout counter. If they're here for a new style, they head to the right. If they want to pick out a new wig or wait for their turn in comfort, they can head to the back for her wig displays and waiting room. To the left of the shop is where they can browse accessories to show off their new look. Harriet has a simple apartment upstairs. There's a small kitchen and dining area, plus a bedroom and a living space. So far, we visited a greenhouse, a Bohemian style retreat, a talk show studio, and a shop. Let me know which build has been your favorite so far. We now arrive at another of my favorites, Saharah's Desert Oasis. Saharah works so hard helping Animal Crossing residents beautify their homes with her unique rugs and wallpapers. In return, I wanted to give her a lovely place to retreat after her long days of island visits and selling her wares on Harv's Island. The exterior of her home is set in the middle of a desert, but it's truly an oasis with flowers, shrubs, and greenery all around. I wanted the sound of flowing water to be the main focus, so there are water features on 2 sides of the builds. I also chose a blue color palette to make the space feel cool, a perfect retreat from the hot summer sun. Saharah's living space is cozily tucked in the center with a kitchen and a set of tables and chairs toward the back of the design. The common Oasis theme continues upstairs. There's a courtyard-like feature at the back of the space with a sleeping area and a bathroom on either side. A fan above the entryway adds a bit of movement to help the space come alive. Now that we've toured our last vacation home, let's head out. I hope these builds have inspired your own happy home paradise creations. In the second part of my showcase, we'll visit Don's Cave Cottage, Celeste's Starry Night, Tucker's Armchair Archaeology Dig, Booker's HHP Police Station, and Cyrus and Reese's Newlywed Cabin. Thanks for watching. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing.